wait a second. Periods are a natural body process that happen all over the world. You're telling me that there are actually differences in periods between Germany and the US? Yup, there are. Hey everyone, I'm Donna and you're watching Wanted Adventure Living Abroad. So yes, how periods physically occur in the body is the same all around the world, including in Germany and the US. But even so, there are actually a lot of period differences that I've noticed in the two countries. For one, the language surrounding them is different. In English, as I've already mentioned several times in this video, they're often called one's period. And that's not like the little dot at the end of a sentence, but rather period as in, I guess, a period of time. In German, they can also be called Periode, die Periode, but another common way of referring to periods in German is to simply call it the days, Tage, as in, ich habe meine Tage. So literally in English, I have my days. I cannot for the life of me remember now in exactly which scenario Mr. German Man first used this phrasing with me. Maybe we were getting ready to go on vacation or something. I really don't remember, but he asked me about my days. And I was totally confused because in English, I don't call my period my days. So I was like, what do you mean with my days? Like, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, my birthday? What are my days? But now I actually really like that phrasing and find myself using it all the time in English. In English, another common slang term for the period is your time of the month or also your flow, as in, I've got my flow, or also Aunt Flo, as in, Aunt Flo is coming to town. I don't really know any German slang terms besides die Tage, so if you know any other ones or any other English ones, I would love to hear them. Please let me know down in the comments. Thank you. But language is not the only difference. As I mentioned way back in one of my first few videos, which was about toiletries in Germany and the US, there are a few pretty big differences in the feminine hygiene sections in stores and the products offered. First of all, the size of the section. As with a lot of sections in grocery stores or other stores in the US, the section with the tampons, pads, and other feminine products is so much bigger than in Germany, which, and of course this makes sense, also means that there is a larger selection of products in the US than in Germany. In Germany, from what I've seen in the different stores, there are usually a few different kinds of pads and tampons and maybe one brand of menstrual cup. Of the 4 stores selling feminine products around my home in Germany, only one of them sells menstrual cups, and they only have one brand. Whereas in the US, at least as far as pads and tampons go, there are so many different kinds. Sometimes it's actually kind of overwhelming to stand there in the US and you just stare up and down this huge wall of all different kinds of options. Just for a little perspective, I went to the website of a typical American store where I used to buy my tampons and also the website of a typical German store where I often shop now. And I searched for tampons. The American store returned around 90 results on their website, while the German shop had about 20 on their website. But Germany is home to one kind of tampon that I have never seen in the US, and that is probiotic tampons. So tampons that are coated in probiotics. And the US is home to one specific tampon that I've never seen in Germany. And I gotta say, I'm okay with that because they are scented tampons. That's right, scented tampons. No, thank you. Putting a little perfume on my neck is enough. I don't need to put perfume anywhere else. Thank you very much. Just the neck. But I would say the biggest difference in tampons between Germany and the US is that in the US, tampons with applicators seem to be the most common. There are usually a few boxes of tampons without applicators available in the US too, but the majority come with applicators in the US, whereas in Germany, it's actually the other way around. The large majority of tampons in Germany don't use an applicator, and finding applicator tampons in Germany, in my experience, is hit or miss. Some stores have them and some stores don't. So while they are available here in Germany, you might have to go to a couple different stores to find them. And as far as menstrual cups in the US go, I believe that nowadays many of the places that carry tampons and pads also carry one or two brands of menstrual cups, but I'm definitely not totally sure on that, so I'd love to hear down in the comments below from people in the US. Are menstrual cups pretty readily available in stores now? Another big difference in the two countries is how periods are handled in public restrooms. Oh, the rolls and rolls of toilet paper that we go through in the US, wrapping and wrapping and wrapping our tampons up in before disposing of them. Germany has a much better solution, something that I don't think I have ever seen in the US. In Germany, there is usually a little container of paper, or I think also sometimes plastic baggies in each toilet stall for you to slip your feminine product into before throwing it out. So no need to waste all that toilet paper. I love it. It's such a good idea. So smart. And lastly, in the US, it seems like from the articles I've read recently and some of the YouTube videos that have come my way recently, that talking about periods seems to be becoming a sort of more normal and just kind of more comfortable thing to do. I've even heard about parents in the US throwing their daughters period parties, apparently called moon parties. I don't know how common this actually is, but I certainly hope that just in general, the topic of periods is becoming a more open and normal thing to talk about. And I would love for that to be the case around the world, because it is, after all, just a normal part of life. Whether you're someone who has a period or not, periods are a vital part of the immensely complex and really impressive cycle of life on this planet. As someone who has myself had some horrible periods, I can attest to the fact that the period itself is not always so beautiful, but the whole process of how the body has evolved to work in this way is extremely beautiful and impressive. I mean, this whole process is millions of years of evolution in the making, and so I just don't think that it's something that we should be embarrassed to talk about or have to whisper about. It's just a part of life. A very impressive part of life, in my opinion. So my question for you is, how are periods where you live? What have been your experiences around the world? And do you feel comfortable talking openly about periods? Please let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you enjoy these videos, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. And also a really big thank you so much to our patrons on Patreon who help make these videos possible. Thank you so much for your support. If you would like to check out our Patreon page, you can find a link to that down in the description box below. Until next time, auf Wiedersehen. And, but language is not, but I think that my favorite English slang